Can't take my eyes off, can't take my eyes off, can't take my eyes off, can't take my.
What's going on, guys? Me, daKatz. I am back on the Unite SMP server. This is episode 6, I believe, and I'm over here in my end farm, which I've just built, and it is pretty sweet. I have managed to upgrade some of my armor, some of my tools. I've got a few new tools here. We still got a lot of diamonds and a lot of enchanting to do, but for some reason, this farm is not running as efficiently as I would like for it to run. If I switch it on, you can see now that the endermen start spawning, but they're not spawning as quickly as they should be, or as they have been in my test world and in previous worlds. And I'm not really too sure what the issue is, but I've tried everything. I've tried changing the mob rates, the mob spawning ranges. I've lit up the entire end area. And then the only things I really need to do is continue the carpet for that little stretch over there and a little bit on the top here. And it should run like a regular enderman farm. So we've built about 150 blocks away from the starter island. So everything is looking correct, but it's just not running as efficiently as I would like. The other thing is I have struggled to get sweeping edge. And if I had sweeping edge, it would be a whole lot more efficient for myself. But that's enough talk about the enderman farm. Let's go head over back to our base. And let me show you some of the other things that I have worked on. Alright, so this is what my base is looking like. I've set up a little sheep farm. That was mostly so I could get the carpet for the enderman farm. We've also got some bamboo growing, because why not? Also got my sugarcane farm, or what do we call this again? Yeah, sugarcane. I was going to say reeds. But yeah, we got the sugarcane farm going nice and well. And then we've got still our spruce, potatoes, and those rose bushes over there. Now, I'm not really too sure what the point of the roses are, or the sweet berries, but I have them growing nonetheless. And we also have our creeper farm, which is all complete. And we built this in the previous episode, and I've spent a little bit of time AFKing here, and I'll show you how many gunpowder I ended up getting after about 1 hour's worth of AFK. So with an hour's worth of AFK, you can see I've got quite a decent amount of gunpowder. That should be enough to last me for a considerable amount of time. And when I need more, I'll go with AFK up in the sky over there. Another thing that I worked on in between episodes is my Nether Portal. So as you can see, I've placed a Nether Portal here. And if we go and teleport into the Nether, you can see that I have my own area. And then over in this direction, over there, that is the shopping district. And then I've also connected this path back to the starter island. But what I wanted to do was head over to the shopping district so we can take a look at our Shulker Box Sales. Now, it's been a couple of days since we built the shop. And I wanted to just see how many sales we've made. I don't believe we've made any. The server has been a bit quiet over the past few days. And yeah, you can see that we haven't made any sales. So what I'm thinking of doing is reducing the prices. Now, when we had it at 8 diamonds each, we made a total of 2 sales, but the majority of players on this server are not as wealthy as I am. So I think we're going to reduce the price to 5 diamonds each, which in my mind is a fairly decent price and quite a hefty discount from the original 8 diamonds each. Now, I also don't have any anvils here, which is a bummer because I took them all to the end with me. That's alright, because we can just make another one because we have so much blocks of iron. And there we go. Now our shulker boxes are selling for 5 diamonds each instead. So for this episode, I wanted to focus on laying the foundations for my mega base. And as I talked about in the previous episode, this is the area where I want to have the base, but I did want to tear down this entire island at some point and replace everything with the mega base. Now, I've been thinking quite hard about what I would like to do with my base, and the conclusion I've come to is building some kind of huge island in the sky, and that will be supported by a bunch of towers coming from the water and chains holding up the island in the sky. So that is kind of the direction I want to head with this base. And obviously this is going to be a huge project which will take me a whole bunch of episodes to complete. But what I thought I'd focus on for this episode is just laying down the dimensions of everything so we can get an idea of how big this is going to be and what I have to do in which order. What I really wanted to do for this episode is build a huge ring around the water, and that will be the dimensions for the island, which will be suspended in the air. But then from the rings, we want to build paths, which will lead to the towers. And there'll be a total of 8 towers, which means we can get an idea of where the towers will be in the water, and then we can start working on the design for one of the towers. So let's take a look at what blocks we have. And as you can see, I am running really dry on basically everything stone related, everything dirt related. I am really poor. You can see here, I have 17 dirt to my name and 4 pieces of cobblestone. That's not a lot. Yeah, I'm pretty poor. But fortunately, now I have a few decent tools, so I'm going to go on a big mining session and get as much cobblestone as I can, so that we can use it to build the ring. So we are back, guys, and this is the circle I ended up building. Originally, it was going to be 256 by 256, which is this outer circle here, but I realized this was probably going to be way too big, so I ended up going with a 128 block width instead. So this center circle here is going to be the layout for the floating island, which will be in the air, obviously. So these slabs will be removed eventually, but I have also laid out the spots for all the pillars that will hold the island up. And those will be here, here, and it's so far that it's not even loading in. Another one here, another one there, another one there. So there'll be a total of 8 pillars, and they are 64 blocks away from the center. So the pillars themselves will sit on the original 256 by 256 block radius, and this is the center point for the pillar over here. So what I would like to do today is build up one of these towers so you guys can get an idea for what I want to achieve. And also let me know if you like the design of the tower, if there's anything I can do to improve it, to change it. And yeah, so we're going to start the tower off here. It's going to start off as a 5 by 5 block area, and then it's going to slowly go up and expand to a 7 by 7, then a 9 by 9. And I kind of want this thing to be about 60 to 100 blocks tall. You know, something quite significant. We're currently on level Y equals 63. So yeah, we can go all the way up to, you know, Y equals 120 or something. And that will still leave us, you know, over 100 blocks for the island in the sky, which I think will be really good. But yeah, before we get started, I just want to show you my design that I have in mind. This is my creative testing world, and this is the idea I have. So as you can see, it starts off as 5 by 5, or more so 7 by 7 all in all. And this is the side panel that I kind of want to do. So it's kind of got a very grey scale with a bit of moss added in as well. And the primary blocks are cobblestone, stone, andesite, stone bricks, and basalt as well. So it does look like we're going to need to take a trip to the Nether and collect a bunch of basalt. We also need to go to a jungle, get some vines, and we also need to silk touch a bunch of ores. And yeah, just get a whole bunch of different things, as you can see. And I'm thinking of making a little stone pillar underwater, and that'll make use of cobblestone, stone, ores, moss, and that'll go all the way down to the bottom. And then eventually, I think once we build everything, we might be able to build kind of like an island from each pillar underwater, so it kind of connects everything. But that is a project for a much later date. But that's kind of the idea I have in mind. I want to have it kind of sitting on banks. We're going to have that very mossy cobblestone and regular cobblestone kind of feel, make it feel old and run down. And then as we go up, it will expand. And then on top here, there will be a hook that'll hold chains that'll run to the center island over here. So yeah, the area from this center island to the main island will be at least 64 blocks long, which means we can add a lot of detail. And yeah, I really want to make it kind of small and then spread out instead of the opposite way around. And I think this kind of looks really nice from a distance, and it's only, you know, 50 blocks tall or whatever. So that is kind of the idea I have in mind. Yeah, this is my island over here, and that's what it'll look like. Some kind of like oil rig kind of feel. But yeah, that's the idea I've got going for me. So let's head back to the survival world and start getting all the resources we need to build this thing. I've built the tower and I've just realized that it is quite a little bit different to the one I had designed in my creative world. So what I'm going to do is put them side by side, and I'd like to hear what your opinions are in the comments below on which one you prefer, either the one I designed or the one that I have built in the real world. And the thing with this current one that I've built in the real world is that it's a lot more simpler. So building these towers in the future will hence be a lot more simpler, just because it doesn't have the smooth stone blocks that are protruding and the stone bricks along the outside. So it's a simpler palette, but you know, overall I do still like the look of this one as well. So I'm happy to change it up if you guys prefer the created one, or if you guys prefer this one. Let me know in the comments below which tower you think is cooler, and then I'll make those changes in preparation for the next episode. One of the things I did want to change is these stone slabs. In the design I have a mix between stone and cobblestone, so I do think I'll change it up just to add a bit of diversity, and I think it's looking just a little bit too flat up there. So I'm going to get some cobblestone and change that up. And there we have it. I'm going to leave the top open just because I think it looks pretty decent, and you won't notice it when you're down low. I can fill it in the future, but I also need to work on the chain hook design. So I'm just going to leave it as it is. Whee! But as I was saying, it's a little bit thicker now. It's got a little bit more character, and I think the tower is all complete. Let me just come back down here for the 14th time, and let's take a look at this thing. Yeah, I think this tower looks really, really dope. Let me know in the comments what you guys think of this tower, if I should change the design and make it more like the one I did in creative. And yeah, I think I'm going to wrap the episode up here. This is getting quite long and I need to get it out. It's been over a week since the last episode. Just an update, I actually did hit the 200 subscriber mark. So we are living it up, baby, and I'm feeling really, really good right now. But yeah, thanks guys for watching this episode of Unite SMP. And I'm going to leave you guys with the clips from the community server. And I'll catch you all in the next episode. See ya. So what's going on, guys? I'm on the Unite SMP community server right now, just doing up some mining at the moment, because we are currently in the middle of a competition to see who can get the most diamonds. So I've been in the tunnels for the past couple of days, just mining as many diamonds as I can in the hopes to win this competition. I'm not really sure if I really count, considering that it's my server, but nonetheless, I'm still competing in the game. So the objective is, to find as many diamonds as we can. There we go, another 3 for the collection. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to head back to my base, and this is kind of where I've been residing. This server is primarily when I play when I'm streaming. So if you ever catch my streams, you can see me chilling on the community server along with everybody else who wants to join. So if you guys want to join this server, IP in the description, anybody is welcome to join. But yeah, so I've been mining for diamonds the past couple of days, and in the meantime, I have collected a whole bunch of ores. So all the ores have got me thinking about opening up a shop on the server. I think I'm going to open up a shop that sells ores, and I think I'm going to call it the store. Pretty genius, right? Because one of the things I've noticed when mining for the diamonds is if I pop down a diamond ore, you know, on average, you're going to get 2 diamonds using Fortune 3. I want to open up a shop that sells ores. I'm thinking of selling diamond ores for 2 diamonds each, and then kind of selling every other ore for something lower or whatever. The reason I'm opening up a shop is because we have a new feature on the server, which I'm sure you guys are all aware of that's watching this. Everybody that plays on the server should know now that we have signed shops that you can set up if you are a supporter or above. So I am thinking of opening up a shop and seeing how much money I can make. But the way we make money is through /BAL, and I currently have $31,400, and each diamond is worth $100. So I have 314 diamonds at the moment. We've been running a competition over the past couple days, and the objective of the competition is to collect as many diamonds as you can and to see who is the richest person on the server. So that's why I've been mining diamonds for the past couple of days, and currently I have 24 diamond ores, 314 diamonds, and a whole collection of ores, and that's pretty awesome. But if we take a look at the /balance top, you can see that we have Steve Lives Matter. He's absolutely dominated it, followed by Creeper Man, Apartments, and I am stuck in between there as well. There was also Captain Business who was on there as well. The competition did end today, and the winners were announced in the Discord. So the winners were Steve Lives Matter and Captain Business, so they have received their rewards, which is the supporter rank, so now they can open up shops and do all that cool stuff as well. I am left with a whole bunch of ores, as I mentioned, and I am thinking now of setting up a shop, just because we got a lot of players on the server now that do have money, and you know, they need a place to spend that money, so why not open up a shop? Now begs the question, where do we build the shop? And the good thing is we have protection stones. I am thinking about opening a shop in an enclosed space using a protection stone and setting a public warp to it. If we look at the warps, you can see that there are only 1, 2, 3 public warps. Looks like Steve Lives Matter has opened up a public warp. Let's go check that out actually. Warp shop. And oh my gosh, look at this. He's set up all these shops. It's amazing. So he's actually figured it out. I'm so happy for that. But look, he is selling iron 64 for $100, buy 64 for $100. He set it up correctly, and that is absolutely awesome. Golden carrots, shulker shells, iron. So we have to get into this pretty quickly. What are these? Books? Yeah, and so he has done it in an enclosed space as well. So that is absolutely awesome. So I'm thinking of doing the same thing. I'm going to set up an enclosed space and open up a store. It's going to be called the store. So I think I will try and nab the warp store. And yeah, let's cut to a time lapse of me setting up this store. Alrighty guys, I am back and I have my shop all set up. So I've added 2 signs here where you can buy and sell diamonds. If any other users on the server who have a shop want these installed, just let me know and I'll come over and set them up. But this is what we are selling here. We're selling coal, iron, gold, redstone, lapis, diamond, and emerald ores. And I've set up all these shops so you can buy, you know, 16 ores per diamond, 12 ores per diamond, 1 diamond ore for 2 diamonds. That's a bit of a gambly one. Or 1 emerald ore for $200. So these have all been set up. And obviously I have a lot of space here for future if I want to add more things. But yeah, this is my shop. If you want to visit it, all you have to do is type /warp store. And there you go. It'll bring you to this location. Anybody can use the warp. And anybody can interact with the sign. So if you need any ores, if you're running low on coal, feel free to give me a cheeky visit. Because I got plenty of coal ore in stock for you guys. Anyway, I'm going to wrap up the episode here. I hope you have enjoyed this little Unite SMP Community Server recap / episode. Let me know if you want to see more of them in the future. And I'll catch you all in the next episode. Peace.